Good evening. I hope that everybody joining me this evening, I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that life is treating you grand. And I appreciate you for joining me this evening and allowing me to be your host. I am Ed Honcho. If you're new to the Den, well, I welcome you. The Den is the best conversation on the internet. Well, you're free to express your opinions, whether you agree, whether you disagree. You know, whatever may be going on in your life, you're welcome to share it here in the Den. We're all friends in the Den. We're dengenerates. We're denizens. We're den folk. Sometimes, you know, we have a lot of fun, and sometimes we talk a lot of shit, and we cover a variety of things. Tonight I just want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to approach things a little bit differently. Tonight I want to talk about gratitude, an attitude of gratitude, and why I believe that this is something that's extremely important. Make sure you're following the Den on all the proper social medias. Facebook.com/DenShowLive, Twitter, Instagram @DenShowLive. Different platforms, same name, easy to remember, Den Show Live. Facebook.com/groups/DenShowLive if you want to join the Facebook group. Should be a new description in the bottom, so if all the links for the most part should be there as far as all the groups and things to join. The Patreon link and everything else should be down there too, to make it a little bit easier. If you ever want to contact the Den when we're not live, 833-284-3336. Again, 833, the number 2, the Den is the easiest way to remember that. Or you can send an email to denshowlive@gmail.com. And I'm always open to constructive criticism, your thoughts, your opinions, you know, topic ideas, whatever it may be. And if you ever want to tell a friend about the Den, you can tell them to go to Den Show Live, or I'm sorry, you can tell them to go to thedenshow.com. And if you want to tell them how to get here live, like if you want to tell them like right now, you can say go to thedenshow.com/live to join the conversation, to be a part of the conversation. You know, folks are always welcome. I want to say thank you to everybody who has been showing love and who has been contributing to the Den. And again, this is part of why I talk about gratitude. But if you want to show love to the Den, you can support the Den at streamlabs.com/thedenshow. As of right now, we have the super chats off until we reach the goal, and that's the most efficient way to get there. If you want to show love, you want to donate, and the Streamlabs doesn't work for you, just let me know, and I'll get in touch with you. We'll figure out a different way to make that happen. And if you would like to support the Den on a monthly basis, you go check out patreon.com. There's several tiers, /the Den Show, several different tiers for those of you. I want to say shout out to Stina Starriot for supporting via Patreon. Some of you guys who saw the video earlier saw her name in the credits at the end. So I want to say thank you for that. Let's see what friends and Dens we have joined us this evening, and then we're going to get to some conversation. I'm going to speak for a little bit, and then we'll open it up, man, and we'll talk about some things. So see Brandon, 335, Dr. Rabbit, Keisha R, what's the motherfucking deal? V Darko, what's the motherfucking deal? Baker Man, always good to see you. Simply D, what's the motherfucking deal? Kahai MC, good to see you. Jared Key. Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine and dandy. Just been thinking about a lot of things, and you know, maybe it's time to stop thinking. Maybe that's part of it. And what I mean by that is I talk about analysis, or paralysis by analysis. I talk about that often. And there's so much that has to be done. And slowly but surely, you know, implementing more things. And I appreciate everybody who's been catching some of the videos that have been dropped during the day. I'm going to start, again, like I say, it's gradually going to increase more and more. Like I said to you, I get tired of my ass. But there will be more comment coming. Somebody, if you don't know, the Soft Sports Studios, a.k.a. the Den Studios, the Honcho Entertainment Network, is brought to you and recorded in the garage. And so the garage in my complex. So there, you know, it's attached to the building. So sometimes when people are nearby or around or whatever, it picks up the noise. It picks up stuff when people are walking by or whatever that is. So the Rockets are going to win. I'm not worried about that. But I will be active for playoff time. We're going to make sure I get on that. So that's why sometimes you'll hear anonymous noises and things like that. That's why the goal to have a solid location to record it and things like that. Because one, in the apartment, just too much going on for me to be consistent like I want to. There was way too much noise. And like I said, I don't try to make the old lady in the little one be there, y'all got to shut the fuck up. I'm trying to record, goddamn it. No, I ain't trying to do all that. So, got the garage, and in the garage, like I say, sometimes it's attached by, like it's the one in the middle. So sometimes it's noise on this side, sometimes it's noise on that side. And then there's a hallway right here near some other apartments. So sometimes it picks up other stuff. And so that's why I say my goal is to have a solid location to operate from. But I am grateful, I am thankful to be able to have, this space, a solid, dedicated space in which I can bring you guys content, whenever. And so, again, we talk about gratitude, we talk about appreciation, and I look at a lot of things in life. And again, I'll tell y'all a lot about how I used to be a very negative person. And sometimes it can creep in sometimes, from time to time. But I look at how I thought about life then, and I look at how I attempt to look at life now. And again, I usually try to put a positive spin on it because you usually get a positive energy back when you do. I don't know how many people believe in, all that type of stuff or energies. What are you talking about? You're talking about some old metaphysical hoodoo voodoo shit, Honcho. I'm not listening to you. No, it's true. It's true. And why I say it's true is because the way you view things, if you always look at the good side, you'll find a way to make it, if it's an unfortunate event, you'll find a way to make it tolerable. You'll find a way to stay focused on the goal or the path that you're on because you know that, or you can convince yourself that there's something good in the end. But I'm just looking at myself, I'm looking at where I am now. And I know at one point in time, at a younger age, I didn't think I'd see the 20s. I didn't think I'd see any of that. And now I'm 34 and I'm just looking at, what I got going. A couple of YouTube channels and, I'm hustling to keep things afloat, but I'm appreciative to have the opportunity to do that. Because, I used to look at it negatively. I have had some background issues and made it real difficult. And I used to be upset about that. But I'm not as upset because I've learned a lot of things that maybe I wouldn't have known that will allow me to thrive, when things aren't consistent, if you will. And so that's cool, without having to do it illegally, without having to do it, off the wall shit. And that's cool. So I appreciate that. I want to take the time to say I appreciate all of you who come in and show love and, I just appreciate these things because you don't have to do any of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm 34, still got similar. Boy, look, let me tell you something. Hold on. See, lucky. I'm a good man. Old Honcho, we'll have you back, send you back to them retirement home days. You don't want that work. But on some real shit, man, and I just look at where I was at one point, where I'm at, and where I still have to go. And I look at it like have to, because when you look at things as wants versus needs, you approach them much differently. A want, yeah, you may kind of do it. I want this, so you may, move in that direction. But when you need something, when you have to, when it's like breath, I know everybody's heard the Eric Thomas thing, and I'm not necessarily referring to that, but when you have to have something, you're going to move a bit differently. And so I spent some time today just thinking about that. And I agree with you, not about stop thinking, but, more action, less analysis. This doesn't look like, this ain't quite going, this didn't do this and this. Because like I said, there was some other content I was working on and then it just didn't kind of go out right now. I would get annoyed with it or whatever else. And so all that shit doesn't matter because in due time, everything will come together and ultimately form things the way that I want to, or that I'd like them to be. But right now, it's about the message that gets put out. It's about the content that gets put out. And, you know, again, like I said, I thank everybody who's been fucking with it since it was some real janky shit. Because y'all look, when this shit first started, not even the den, I mean, for those of you who've been fucking with Soft Sports, it was janky. It was janky to the motherfucker eating cereal, got milk all in my little patch here and shit, and just talking shit, and just whatever it is, you know. But y'all been riding with me since then. And so, like I say, I just want to take some time out and appreciate all of you, you know. And Maria, tonight the topic is just appreciation. I'm just being thankful to all of you who show love and support. And I kind of want to know what y'all, when I do open up the line, I want to know what you guys are thankful about. You know, I think it's good to kind of push that energy out there. You know, life is about growth. Life is about improvement. And if you're not seeking that, or if maybe you don't think life is, if you're having trouble finding what you can appreciate in your life, then, you know, let's discuss it. Let's make it shake. Let's make it shake. I mean, let's make it happen. Let's have some good energy come out of the den tonight for everybody, you know. And like I said, I just wanted to be appreciative. Not on no overly positive stuff, but just being appreciative. There's nothing wrong with appreciating. You know, especially when you've, again, like I say, you've made progress and you know where you were or know where you thought you'd end up, or you just got things going on. And like I say, I still got a lot going on. There's a lot of things that I still have going on in life that I don't really tend to talk about here. This is kind of, when we come in the den and we just chop it up, even when we're talking about topics, this is like therapy for me. You know, I vent, I talk about off the wall shit, I exchange and have good communication with y'all. And it's good to hear about your lives and where y'all come from. And it's good to know that there are real, sensible people that you can relate with out there. You know what I mean? So you found power in holding my tongue, you're faced with insignificant BS. Yeah, I mean, it does. Sometimes, like, and that's a good point. You know what I've realized with that type of thing? Because sometimes I just want to go off about everything, but sometimes you got to look at who you're dealing with and just realize no matter what I say, they're not going to change, or they're not going to learn, or even if I go to fuck off on them, they're still going to be who they are. And I'm going to have wasted a lot of energy and time. And my time is too valuable to sit here yelling at some motherfuckers or going off on certain motherfuckers. Now, if it's somebody I think that's going to benefit from it, and, you know, we got to have a real conversation, I think that's different. But certain people, you know, they are who they are. They're just too deeply ingrained. Ain't no point in wasting the time. You know what I mean? So it shows 2 people in here. I don't know. Maybe you got to refer to the little thing over here shows 16. That's what hold on. Look, let's do this right now, because this little fucking box, I feel naked in this little box. Usually I got like a little dilly-dally or something, you know, the little event box or something going on. I'm just sitting in this bitch in the TV all bucket naked. But, you know, like I say, man, I think life is you know, when you talk about when you appreciate things, you gain more. And when you don't appreciate stuff, you lose more. Because if you can't appreciate the stuff that you have, I mean, how can you take care of better things? How can you get better things? How can you obtain better? Let me shoot this out the way. But if you can't appreciate when you don't have good stuff, you know, you're like, fuck this and fuck that. I mean, what makes you think you're gonna get better? You can't have better things until you know how to take care of the lesser things. When you can do that in a significant fashion, trust me, your value will grow as an individual. Your value will grow, you know, in what you own, the things that you know, where you put your value. What they say, where you put the energy is what you get. So when you show appreciation and you just take care of stuff. I don't care if it's your car. If you got a hoopty, if you take care of that bitch, you know, eventually that bitch gonna be something nice, new, and foreign. You just stick to the script. That's what I'm looking. I'm trying to put the shit up while I'm sitting here talking. I don't want to know how to use this shit. Don't be sending me no menus, motherfucker. I think this should do it. But again, like I say, you know, we just gonna chop it up. And whatever's on your mind, like I say, if y'all want to call in when I open up the line, and it's not just if y'all ain't got gratitude on your mind, y'all gotta understand this is what the den is. As long as you ain't on no super weirdo shit. You know, and some of y'all do, but it's okay. I fucks with y'all. It's interesting to see how people think. You know, just whatever you want to talk about. That's just kind of what the den is. We don't have, like I said, it's just being appreciative. I want to know what you guys are appreciative of. I want to know what you guys value. That shit ain't popping up. Oh, I know it's probably, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna set this in the dilly-dally over here somewhere. And one more thing I'm missing. Nope. There we go. And bada bing. All right. So give me a second. Like I said, I gotta fix this. I can't be just sitting here. Like I said, I'm feeling in the nude over here. I gotta put something here in the box with me. Bow. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, cool. So, there we go. Oh man, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Man, I took all the I took all the social media off my phone. That's part of what I wanted to mention. I'm glad you said that. And I'm missing some stuff because I'm over there clickety clacking, and so I'm missing some shit. But what's the motherfucking deal, Broderick, Professor Trio, Marie Lovely, if I missed you? How I'm on the TV? Magic. So you got an unhealthy relationship with the den, feel like you're cheating. No, the den is supposed to be like that. Anything else, that's bad. But if you're doing it in the den, it's cool. But here's the thing. What I feel like is, make sure I got all that right too. All right, cool. Everything else is Gucci. But what I did is, like I said, I took all the social media off off my phone. So now I only have social media on the PC. So when I'm on the computer, when I'm down here, and I'm working on it. Like I said, today I was relatively on time. I was just kind of letting it, to give folks a chance, get in. So I'm like, man, I'm late until you starting early. I know y'all used to me waiting about 10 minutes, taking for a long ass time. Excuse me. But my thing is this, again, like I said, when I talk about appreciation, the only thing I still do have on my phone is Instagram, but I cut the alerts off for it. And that's because I got to use that to post shit. But the reason why, no, I hadn't watched it, and I know you sent me the thing, and I hadn't watched it. I was actually thinking about it before the den got started. I'm like, man, I didn't watch that shit because I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about tonight. I was talking about the social media, and I was like, damn, I ain't watched that video. I will watch it though. But the thing is, you say for like time people out, like everybody. But the thing, like I said, why I take social media off? Social media it'll make you feel a kind of way. I like Twitter, but Twitter is toxic, and it'll have me just hating motherfuckers I don't even know for whatever reason, and it's not my fault. Look, they got the platform; they're allowed to use it too. They just ignorant. You still got catfish status because you were supposed to send something to the den. We ain't never seen nothing. I ain't never seen nothing. But so, like I said, I just took everything kind of off my phone, just to save those precious minutes. You know what I mean? Because I'll get on Twitter and, man, I'll waste a hot 20 before I know it. Like, ah, damn, I done wasted 20 motherfuckers seeing what this motherfucker talking to this motherfucker, doing this and that. So when you do that, 2 or 3 times a day, you know, it'll be thrown out. What? I don't get nothing. When you sent it, you just sent it to somebody else. I don't know. I don't know who you sent it to. I didn't get nothing. Well, I'm gonna pull it up right now. But the thing about that is, look, I don't know, player. I don't know. Let me see this. I don't see nothing over here, player. Let me see. I know. Let me see what's. Yeah, I don't see that. You see the message. Yeah, no, I don't got no. You say you sent a message twice. What happened? I'm not sure. You just send it to the DN number. But I don't. What I'm saying is I don't see the. I see some weird shit Josh sent, because he always sending some damn pictures of some shit off Twitter. Yeah, I'm going back, hopping back in the time machine. I don't see it, player. Let me make sure I'm on the right thing. Yeah, now, big dog. We can always send it again. But like I said though, when I took all the social media, I took everything off the phone. You know, Instagram will get you caught up too. But like I said, I just got to catch myself. I'm not really going to get on that until, you know, I just got to post something. And the reason why is just like I say, because I need to start saving the precious minutes. Because I told y'all I'm serious about starting to post more content. And I've been trickling it out a little bit, but I'm telling y'all, like I plan to start. The goal is, if they're depending on what stories are going on, and I'm still trying to find exactly what stories I want to approach, because I don't want to talk about everything. There has to be like a general theme where this goes, so people know what kind of stories to expect. Because if I just talk about everything, those you know, YouTube doesn't like the variety channel. We're already a variety channel, but you know, it is what it is. So I think there's a particular lane of stories that I figured out that I'm gonna stick with, but I want to start dropping, you know, 4 or 5 videos a day. I don't know how many of y'all remember from when I was doing the South Sports Know Your Texans, that first one. And man, it was a lot of shit. It was a lot of motherfucking videos. Okay, there we go. All right, I seize it. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Let me see. No, I said, look like some Photoshop. Let me see. Let me see. Let me read it. Okay. Let me see now. Let me do a cross reference with this picture you got on this profile. Not the filter. Okay. It could be. I'm not all the way sure. You know. Sometimes people go and they they go in there and they take pictures of people off of other people's profiles and shit. You could be stealing people's shit. God damn it, Jeff. Goddamn Jeff Saturday in the building. But no, but here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. You gonna call in the night be dark? Okay, that's a bet. Like I said, let me stop ranting and stop venting. But yeah, like I said, man, my things are this. Like I said, I just got off all the social media because, like I said, I need to dedicate more time between the den, the sauce, and just some things that I really want to start doing. Making some different kind of content, but still giving the streams and things like that. I've been able to work on some other stuff in my day-to-day life to be able to move some things around, to make some adjustments, to really, go a little bit more all in. And not fall off too much. But ultimately, it's just, I think getting rid of social media is a peace of mind. But again, like I say, you look at those social media things and you'll be like, oh, this person's doing this and this person's doing that. And I'm not a jealous person. I'm not an envious person. I like to see certain things. I like to see people doing well. But then you start making comparisons with yourself. You know, you see some of these younger cats doing some stuff. You're like, damn, the motherfuckers in their 20s, they doing it in a major way. I can respect that. And it's like, damn, I got to step my shit up. But you know, everybody's story is different. Everybody's journey is different. And so you can't be comparing yourself to somebody else's shit. You know, their path may have been different. They may have had benefits that work for them. They may have had a home run that just worked well for them. You know, and they may have just worked really fucking hard, which a lot of people do work really hard. We tend to undermine a lot of people. And that's why I talk about appreciation. We just, oh, that person, they're privileged, or they're spoiled, or they're this and this. And man, hey, somebody had to work for it to get to where they are. So that's why I say I don't really envy anybody. I'm not jealous of people or whatever it is. But I want to see everybody be successful. But everybody's not going to be successful. And the reason why is because everybody's not going to work for it. But I can't worry about everybody else. I got to worry about me. And that's why I say I have to make sure I put in the effort, show the gratitude, and the energy will come back as it should. Or maybe it won't. But I'm going to still do what I got to do. But let's open up the line, man. I'm going to stop ranting about a bunch of nonsense. I'm like, what the fuck is Honcho talking about? This nigga, Honcho's back smoking again. No, not yet. Got to go, and that's part of it too. That's part of it too. God damn it, I like smoking. I ain't smoked in a long time. It's gonna be damn near, we like 10 months in. May, June, I think shit like June. I think we back get a year, somewhere like that. I think about June. And I gotta go check the videos. It's either June or July, but I believe it was June was when I stopped. And July made like the first month. So my thing about that is, look, I like a little reefer. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really care for drinking and all that other shit. So I want to be able to enjoy myself from time to time, but I told myself I won't do it until I get to a couple of goals that I have set. So part of that is the growth with this channel. And we still got a little bit of a ways to go to get there. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I got the audio right, because the audio been... so this is, all right, hold on. All right, there we go. Because he was doing some other shit. Oh, I still got that there? I'm not even gonna share that one. That ain't how we go. We ain't gonna start the first call like that. We we at least gotta start off with a real call. That's something else going on over there. Yeah. That I don't even know about that. I don't even know what just happened right now. No, I didn't want to. I didn't even want to cut it off because it was just some crazy shit from the get go. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
V Darko.
V Darko. Always good to hear from you, Miss Darko. What would you like to drop at the den tonight?
Well, I'll start off with my Sunday night confession. I did call, but the line was busy from the long-winded men who like to talk. Oh, okay. Well, I'll start cutting them niggas off then. Quick. Look, y'all niggas ain't talking about shit. I'm cutting y'all off so Miss B Darko can call in. Goddamn, you know I'm trying to hear something good. But what would you like to share with us? Because you know I'm all ears. I'm trying to hear what you got going on. You got them good stories. Well, I had almost got kicked out of Job Corps for having too much sex. You know, you're supposed to be there studying and getting a trade and stuff. You know, I was an unruly kid. That's why I got kicked out of high school. So I ended up going to, oh, they can't hear me?
Can they not hear you? They should be able to. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to turn your audio up just a little bit. All right. You should be here though. They should be able to.
But you heard what I said, right?
Yes, I heard it. I don't care if they hear it or not.
um, so I don't know. I still didn't go down there with the right mindset. I had found a little boyfriend, and we were getting caught in work vans in the luggage closet and all that. But I didn't get kicked out. I just got a warning that if I got caught anywhere else, that I was going to get kicked out. So that was my Sunday night confession.
Mm, mm, Hey, you putting on, he was on the job, you know, hey, that's all I'm saying. I mean, okay. Well, that is very interesting. So, but what would you say that overall, though, did you benefit from going to Job Corps?
Yeah, so I'm going to segue into the gratitude part, I guess. I just had so many things that happened to me, like in my teenage years and in my youth, that caused me to be like a pessimist, negative. Like, you know, my mom was like, if you make it till 21 without going to jail or not dying, you'll be doing something good. So I don't know. I had caught. Well, I did end up dropping out of school, but then I saw a commercial like for Job Corps when I was about 16, and my older sister wasn't doing anything with herself either, so I convinced her to let's go over here and try to turn our lives around and get a trade. So, one, I'm grateful for her for going with me, and that kind of changed my life because I thought I was just the baddest thing around, that I could whoop everybody's ass and this and that. And like I said, I don't know if I had told you before, but I had grew up in, like, Indiana. But, man, when I went to Job Corps in Grand Rapids, Michigan, so I got mixed in with all these crazy people from Chicago and Flint, Michigan, and Detroit. And I sobered up real quick. I thought I was about that life, but I really wasn't once I got mixed in with them, you know. Yeah. So I did end up getting my GED, and I ended up like getting like a trade, like in as a nurse's aide. So I guess I'm grateful for Job Corps, and then also recently just finding out that life is not promised, you know, with losing my sister, a different sister, and my grandmother. So I just try to wake up every day and think positive and keep my head on straight. So I'm not going to hold up the line for anybody else who wanted to call in, but I just wanted to call and say that. And I appreciate your show as well.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate you calling in. You know what? And I agree with you on that. Life's not promised. And man, that can be a tough thing, and I'm sorry for your loss, but you know, if you can learn from it and grow from it, that's the ultimate thing. As long as you're still here, you know, try to make each day a little bit better than the last.
Yeah, because, you know, anger can also be something that consumes you, and I had blamed my mom for, like, a lot of things, how my life was turning out, but you can only blame somebody for so long. Now, as an adult, you have to take ownership of your own life, and you can either, you know, take the wrong path or the right path. And, you know, it's up to you. You can no longer blame somebody because I wasn't a child anymore. So anything from that point was on me. So I ain't in prison, and I'm still alive, as you can see.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness. Well, I'm glad that you're not in jail, because I don't think I'd be accepting no collect calls on the Denline. So, you know, I'm glad you're free.
Oh, you one of those, okay. Yeah, all right, well, have a good night, and I'll be chatting.
All right, well, thank you, Ms. Darko. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Man, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. And, you know, because what can happen is, and I'm glad that, you know, things Oh, well, let me turn it down a little bit. I don't want to be too loud for y'all. I'm glad that things went well for her, because a lot of people drop out, man, and they don't ever find a resolution. They don't even want to do that. They just kind of wander around aimlessly, end up getting caught up either, having a bunch of kids or doing something else, and they don't make anything of themselves. So I'm glad that, that situation worked out for you. What's the motherfucking deal, Dreamer? Captain Diggler, what's the motherfucking deal? H-Train, what's the motherfucking deal? Oh, so you've been watching, so just couldn't comment because you had to Smart TV already. Good to hear from you, H-Train. Man, ain't heard from you in a minute. Dream, we talking about, man, we just talking about being appreciative, gratitude in life, the things that we're thankful for, and why it's good to show gratitude. Now, she mentioned something about that life is not guaranteed. And that's something like I've talked to y'all, time and time again about some of the most personal losses that I've taken. And man, a lot of times I blame myself for a lot of that stuff, and having to realize that, let me cut that off for y'all ears, get fucked up when somebody call. And, I had to kind of go get away from that blame of self, because I didn't make it happen. It was just unfortunate I was around the way things turned out. But, just gratitude and, try to start living in a manner in which those people would appreciate, be proud of. Because like I said, these are people who are very close to me. And, for somehow, some way, I don't know how I was... Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh, it's definitely gonna happen. That last text, you know who I'm talking. It's definitely gonna happen. We gonna wait and see. I got an idea. I definitely got an idea. What we gonna see. But and then there were some things that were taking place recently that I haven't really been speaking on, man. And I'm glad they turned out better. I'm glad they turned out okay, because like I say, it was just it's a tough deal, but that's kind of part of the reason I was want to talk about gratitude, because like I said, some of these things that turned out a little bit better than I won't say anticipated, but they just didn't go AWOL like they could have. But again, man, my thing is, life is short. You can look at the Nipsey thing and then say, look, this man had it all and everything, and how that impacted. Live every day like it's like, you don't fucking know. You don't know. I think about that. I don't know if y'all have ever heard this story. I'm gonna share it with y'all. And it's not a real story, but it's basically like a parable or something, maybe like a little short story. But they talk about the guy who was on his deathbed, and the dreams that came to him at his deathbed and said, hey man, the dreams that die with you. And they were saying, hey man, you're the only one that ever thought about us. You're the only one that ever had these ideas, but you never made the effort to act on them. You never made the effort to create us. You never made the effort to bring us to fruition. And now nobody will ever know about us. Nobody will ever hear us, and we're going to die with you. And so, I tell myself I want to leave some kind of impact on the world. Maybe not the whole world, but at least I figure if I do something for someone, even if it's one person, and I can help them not make mistakes that I made, not do the dumb shit that I've done, and just help them see the light. But again, it has to be inside of them already. But if you can just be that guide, that advisor, I'm definitely not a mentor. I'm not a role model, but an advisor. Someone who could tell you what not to do. But and just put somebody on the right track, and they go on to have a great life. I think that I've done my deed. If you can improve someone else, if you can benefit someone else's life. And so sometimes I think about that when it comes to what we're doing here in the den, and I look at sometimes I look at my purpose. I say, we can keep it real. And I enjoy keeping it real. I enjoy talking a lot of shit. But at the same time, like, often I think I'm like, am I providing a benefit to people, the people who are tuning in? So trust me, I love the conversation. I wouldn't change anything, but I also would love to add something. And by that is, like I say, I'm not saying maybe not me being the inspiration, but being able to be, that guide. Hey, go that way. Don't go this way. Go that way. But not just me, is because all of us have stories. You know what I'm saying? We all have stories, and I think that's what makes it so great. That's why I say, I don't just say shit, or I try not to just say shit to be saying it. And when I say we're all friends in the den, I mean that, or I'm hoping that I mean that. I know some of us don't get along with others. It is what it is. You can't make everybody love everybody. But the goal is that we learn from one another. That we may not all agree about the same shit, but we learn from one another. We see things, maybe we put on each other's glasses when someone calls in and they say, hey, well, this, and this. If we're talking about an issue, and it may be, me, like I said, I'm black. I'm a talk from a black perspective. And somebody who may be Hispanic or white will say, hey, you know what? I don't see it like that. Or I didn't think about it like that. But then they call and say, well, hey, this is how I see it. And, I sit here and say, well, you know what? I haven't thought about it from your point of view, because we're all different. I know some people don't give a fuck about that. They just feel like, hey, it's just me and then I got to be me. I can only be me. And I can respect that. At the same time, but sometimes it's good to know, you wonder how other people see you, how other people view your actions, how other people, view your behavior. Because then it can help you navigate the landscape sometimes when you know what other people are thinking, when you know how other people are operating. Sometimes Dr. Rabbit wants to join the Taliban or something. I don't know what be going on with Dr. Rabbit sometimes, but it's interesting to hear his perspectives. Things of that nature. Say, still humble because I feel like I can't blame him for myself. But that's the thing. But the thing is that you make the decision, because there's certain people, motherfuckers get felonies, they get caught up in shit and they say, you know what, well, fuck it. I'm going to keep doing the same shit I've been doing because that's the only thing I know, that's the only thing I'm going to do. But then you have people who get caught up, and I have instances on my own shit, and you got to sit there and you got to say, man, look, this can be my life from this point forward, or I can start, I can start turning this car around, you know what I'm saying? I can go down this road, I can make a left right here and then make another left. Maybe I'll go down this way. I may have to go down this long ass winding road with no GPS, Don't like Jay Disney said, where the bridge was out and shit. But and I may get to that bitch, the bridge might be out. I may have to back up and go a different route. But the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying? You change the route, and it may not always work out, but the fact that you try to do something different and you try to change it, that's what it's about, because we know the outcome. When you live in a certain way and you've been doing what you've been doing, you know what the motherfucking, you know what the outcome is. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to do something different sometimes. She pulled a Noah in this show. She was asleep. She fell asleep. She was tired. But, man, but ultimately, like I said, so I just like what we got here. Whether we agree or disagree on anything. I find it interesting, too, like as I did that little video yesterday about the Dwayne Wade's kid, right? Accused of attacking children now. So there's that. I think that's a first. But like looking at the different perspectives on that, some people are like, hell no, fuck that, fuck them kids. He's gay, you ain't supposed to love none of this. People have the religious background view. You have other people like love no matter what. It's good to see that his family's supporting him. Or you have the people who are like, yeah, they promote him, it ain't no good. It's just interesting to see how the world operates, because so many times, like I said, when you stay in your echo chamber, when you stay in your own perspective and you only talk to people who think like you, you'll only think one way, And it's just interesting. Even when people like be in the comment section, they completely disagree. They can be hating. They can just talk all kind of shit. But it's interesting when they put their arguments together logically. It's interesting to see where they're coming from. Even though I may not agree in the slightest, it's just interesting to see where they're coming from. So, yeah, there's that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I said, when I get ready to burn again, let you know. Absolutely, I got you, man. I got you. It's going to have to be a special event. The hiatus is over. So again, like I say, yeah, definitely. Look, it'll be, look, y'all. The day that I burn again, y'all Y'all gonna get on the stream, and everything gonna look the same. But when that intro start up, I'm gonna bring back the. Damn, I ain't have no old intro, did I? Did I have an intro for the Kush Den? Or we just used to boot the Kush Den up. I don't think I had an intro for the Kush Den. If I did, I'd have forgot that bitch. But it's gonna be a different intro. They'll be like, what the fuck? Am I on the right channel? Okay, it was the same song. Well, no, the Kush Den was the door. Did I have the door? Was the door for the Kush Den? Yeah, the door I think was the Kush Den. You got to open it up for the door, and it would get a little smoke would come in. That's right. Damn, that's bad. I forgot about it. There was a little smoke. The little smoke would come together, make the logo and shit, and then the fucking door would open up, and then we go into the Kush Den. Yeah, there we go. Already. That's right. Damn, I forgot all about that. I'll tell you how long it's been. The women in the background, I'm gonna bring them back. I'm gonna bring all of them. They gonna be the background of the TV and shit. They gonna be like, I'm gonna bring all that shit back. Old times. I would say them for the Saturdays. But again, though, all bullshit to the side, and just talking about gratitude, appreciation. I think that when I talk about when I was a negative person and how I look at life now, when I expected bad, when I expected negative, and it happened because subconsciously you're not going to make the same level ever because you want that outcome to happen, so you're right about shit, and you look at everything negative. Oh, this is going to go wrong. That's going to go wrong. Of course it will, because you're guiding yourself towards that subconsciously. You're guiding yourself towards those expectations, and so this is why I say gratitude. When you wake up in the morning and you take them first couple of breaths and you say, thank you for another day. Whether you believe in God, whether you pray, whether you just whatever, just send that thanks out into the universe. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, the blood pad. Yeah, man, there was a whole bunch of little off the wall shit going on in the Kush Den. It was much more active than these little stars in the background. In the Kush Den, it was all kind of shit. And I was halfway falling asleep because I was too high. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I might not need to. Next time I smoke, I might have to smoke a couple of times before I can get back on stream with that shit. I'll be fell asleep 15 minutes in. Look, so I'm telling y'all, look, Jesse Smollett did it. It was Chicago. Fell asleep on y'all asses and shit. It'd have been some old other shit. Wake up 30 minutes later. Yeah, that's what I was saying, though. What was I talking about, huh? Anonymous, huh? But here's the thing, man. It was just like, you said it was chill, did it start calling and start escalating shit. Yeah, man, the Kush Den was cool, man. That divorce shit, that shit was fucking funny as shit. But like I say, it's about growth, it's about progress, it's about doing things differently, man. And again, like I say, ultimately, I've been talking about, all these ideas that I have, and wait until I get to this point, get to that point. And it's like I say, at this point, it's like fuck all that. It's time to start implementing that shit, because I'm not guaranteed to ever get an opportunity to implement some of these ideas and some of these things. So it's time to start executing. So that's what I say right now. I'm in the content pushing phase. When, like I said, I'm gonna start dropping more content, and then I'm gonna start rolling out some new shit as the weeks go by, as the days go by, and things like that. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Man. You said shows underrated because you open so much of your mind and life. Man, that's what I'm hoping for. Thank you, man. Thank you, H-Train. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for, man. That's why I'm glad, I get some of the decisions that are made, because that's what kind of why I had the mixer had to kind of go away a little bit. But with me only doing the Kush Den for 2 hours, well, not Kush Den for 2 hours, I don't know. I could probably slide a mixer in here every now and then. I just, shit. No, 8-ball line like a motherfucker on this one. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna look no little honchos, no mini me's. Like I say, the little one is as close as it's gonna get. And if that situation don't pan out, look, I'm finna go get shit. I'm finna go, what I say? Get the snip in the clip so I don't trip. Man, look, that's all I'm saying, Jack. But you know, my thing is this. And I should do it, mix. I've been fucking with that because I went and got that what was it, that Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Because it was on sale for like $20. And so I've been fucking with that off and on here and there. I barely got into it because, like I said, I ain't fucking been playing it a whole lot. But it's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I do. Kids like me. I'm cool with kids for the most part, but I'm selfish and I'm aware of this. Like, right now, a lot of stuff is new and I'm learning. But like I said, if it was just to ever deviate and go in a different direction, I have no plans on fucking. Said you've had so much on your chest that you meet the damn. What was on your chest? I mean, that I was gonna crack a joke, but I'm just gonna leave it. You say you bring these bad. Hey, Jack. All I'm saying, more power to y'all. It's just, to me, just the way things are, the way things going, the way I see the future. I don't think it's ideal to me, you know. And so I think it's just, yeah. I don't see it being ideal now, but we'll see. Who knows? You never know what the future holds. Excuse me. You never know what the future holds. You know, I say all this shit that next thing you know, you march out a fucking basketball team and some shit. It's terrible, terrible stuff. Yeah, I thought so too. Line been open, ladies ain't called. I mean, V-Dark the only one represented. V-Dark the only ones that came through. Lady Licious over here peeping and snipping. Yeah, I don't know. Marie said she was gonna call in, and she disappeared. I thought it was what's this Tuesday? I thought it was ladies' night in the club den tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Look, ain't nobody else using the line. Feel free, call back. Oh, stop the nonsense. Lady Licious, look, there you go with them false perceptions. You know, you gotta hit that motherfucking line, goddamn. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out that. I don't know. Like I say, she's still. I don't know. I don't know if she didn't quite got out of catfish there. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to tell. I can't really tell. You know. So you've never beaten the Assassin's Creed game? Rock's gonna win that game. I ain't even worried about that though. No, don't do that, Rabbit. That would be odd. All right. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the Denline this evening?
Well, hello. You said you wanted ladies to call in.
Yes.
I listen to you here and there. You have some good topics. I appreciate the den. Okay. And you know, you're younger. I'm in my 50s, and my kids are grown, and they've moved on. You know, well, not they've moved on actually, but you just never know. You just never know. You know, you're young. You know. Some guys don't have kids till 40, 50 till they figure out who they themselves are, you know? And your selfishness that you have, when you have a child, believe it or not, that selfishness goes on to that child.
I believe it.
Because they're like, the first time you see that child, hold that child, it becomes an extension of you. But, you know, you've got other shit going on right now. So
I have a question. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you up, but who do we have calling in?
Wait, what?
I said, who do we have calling in?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Robin, Studio City, baby, California.
Okay.
So, I'm from Studio City, and you know, there's a lot of just bullshit going on in the world right now, and I watch a few different, you know, places. You're one of them that I watch, and you know. It's a different crowd. But nonetheless, there's good stuff that comes out of it. You know, you got to surf around, look around. But I've never called in before. I figured out the pistachios one night. I didn't know what the hell they meant, and I thought I actually won something, but I didn't. I was like, I'm like, raffle? What raffle? I'm trying to figure out how to get in the raffle, and then somebody gave me 500 pistachios to use, and I bet my 500 pistachios, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck do I win?
Oh man, yeah,
guess I'll go have a blunt by myself.
Look, when you do that, hit it 2 times for me. You know, I'm on hiatus right now.
I'll hit it 3 times for you.
That's gratitude right there. That's what I'm talking about. So tell me, I mean, so this, with you being a first time caller, and it's intriguing. You know, how did you come across the den?
You come up on my feeds of things that I might be interested in based on the other crap that I look at. Okay. So I'd say I started looking at you maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of other, you know, right, there's so much bullshit. It just plain old, right now our world is bullshit. Yeah. You know, and voices are shut down. You know, we don't actually truly have freedom of speech, which is absolutely just freaking disgusting. Yeah. You know, I mean, and sometimes the topic, you know, pretty much daily, the topics that you have are topics that I'm interested in. So I like to listen from the perspective of something that's not mine. Like, I like to read what the comments are and what people say. And, you know, look, I'm a 52-year-old white girl from the valley, okay?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, we all friends in the den.
You know, and California's a fucking nightmare. California is, I don't know, where are you from?
From Texas, Houston, Texas.
Okay, well, California, you know, if you took out Hollywood and all of the bullshit, California might be a decent place. You know, it's just the politician. Look at all the politicians we have. Do you know that we just got over the weekend, we got this lovely gas tax. Our gas just went up 50 cents a fucking gallon.
Wow.
Not only that, if you want to rent a studio apartment in the ghetto, it's going to cost you $1,700. You know, you want to buy a house, even South Central LA, you're going to spend $600,000-$700,000. You know, you go out to the desert, you might find some better pricing and better property. You know, but you're in the middle of fucking nowhere between Vegas and LA or other places, but believe it or not, the politicians there are red, so it's kind of better. Yeah. But you know, I'm just. You know, I don't have the ability yet to move out of California, but as soon as I do, I'm gone. And there's, you know, California isn't as blue as it seems that it is. It's kind of like the Electoral College was invented so that all of the little states wouldn't get snubbed out. Yeah. California is like is its own. You know, they used to say Texas was a country in its own. Yeah. Texas, you know, that's kind of California. And our voices are not heard.
That's really interesting, because I was thinking about something like that the other day, and I was just wondering, like, how much impact does Hollywood really have on the rest of California? Because, you know, you always hear what happens out of Hollywood. You always hear you know, these actors are saying this and doing this, and I'm wondering how much of that kind of trickles out into the community and then to the rest of LA, and then, you know, the rest of California. Like, how big of an impact does that have? But it's interesting to see what you're saying.
It's huge. I mean, look at what's going on in Georgia. Are you kidding me? Alyssa Milano actually walked into a Georgia delegated area to a place, and you know, one of the you know, Congress, whatever I don't know what the political stance of the person where she went into. I don't want to speak unintelligently, but they asked, "Do you vote here?" No, I don't vote here. Well, then what the hell are you doing here? and so you want to say Hollywood's not going to come film here? So you got 50 to 100 people to sign a petition saying they're going to pull Hollywood out of, but because of the heartbeat bill. Well, you've got to understand. See, this is a state independent of California, and the people in Georgia voted for this. So why are you and you want to take Hollywood away? Well, most people in Georgia seem to say, go ahead. Yeah. You know, let's take a look at Illinois, where certain things are filmed as well. You got Shameless. You got a whole lot filmed in Illinois, but you also had fucking Jesse Smollett from Illinois, in Illinois. You want to take Hollywood out? Go ahead. You're getting tax breaks to be in those areas. The benefit of filming there is for you.
Exactly.
If you want to film it in Hollywood, look, I'm 52 years old. I'm from the San Fernando Valley. I'm from Studio City in the 80s. It was a great place. 70s, 60s, I grew up, it was a great place. It was kind of like a locals only, and then Hollywood like smooshed its way and took over the valley, and then a lot of other things took over the valley. Not only that, California, we don't have sanctuary cities. The whole damn state's a sanctuary. Okay? I've watched the valley used to be a great place. Now the valley is, there's homeless everywhere. Can we please take care of our homeless here instead of taking care of these people? Not to say that we want anything wrong to happen to these people who are illegally coming into our country. Come to legal avenues. But even if you're coming the legal avenues, it's kind of, to me, it's like, I really don't care about what comes through our borders when we're not taking care of our own. So even if people coming in the legal way, or refugees and all of that occurs, drive through the valley. It kind of looks like, have you ever seen the clips of that British lady who goes through Skid Row?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, have you ever seen any clips of Skid Row?
Yeah, but I
everybody's seen Skid Row.
Yeah,
okay, well, the valley's right there, and the valley used to be like, it's set up like a grid, the way all the streets are. So from one end of the San Fernando Valley to the other end of the San Fernando Valley are all the same exact streets, running north, south, east, and west, right? And the bad part of any cross, it didn't really matter where you were, but if you cross like Oxnard and Victory, then the valley becomes bad. Then Burbank became questionable. That these are streets, right? And you've heard of the Ventura Boulevard, right?
Yeah,
have you heard of Ventura Boulevard? Songs and movies, whatever.
I've heard of Ventura
Boulevard. Well, the homeless are right up at Ventura Boulevard now, and it's not that you'd want to arrest homeless people, because here's what happens. People have these dreams, that California dream, and you want to come to California. Well, stop, wake up, turn around, go to Colorado, go to frickin' Alaska. Why do you want to come here? Because you get here where you came from a town where you're spending maybe $650 to rent whatever you're renting.
Yeah.
That could be a house, an apartment. If you rent an apartment, it might only be $300. So you get here, and you want to rent a house. Okay, well, good. You're going to spend $3,000, bare minimum. And that's if you get the house. And then you're coming here on a dream that you're going to become a star with the other bazillion people who come here to be a star. And then you don't become a star. And then guess what happens? You get evicted, you get that, and you end up on the street. Do you know how many families are in the street in California?
That's wild.
Can we get these people off the street? And then we have Maxine Waters. We have Kamala Harris. We have Nancy Pelosi. These are our people. Gavin Newsom, who just became the governor of our state, and he wants to tear the damn walls down. California is corrupt. And sorry, I'm like on a rant, aren't I?
Man, do your thing. I'm listening.
I hope I'm educating people out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably California out there too. But see, there's California's not as blue as people think it is.
Yeah.
Just it really isn't. But you have the Silicon Valley, you have Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood. I'm really surprised the last few weeks Saturday Night Live has actually backed off Trump a little bit. You've got some other really good things to pick on, like Alexandria Acosta, whatever the fuck her name is, Joe Biden. you know.
Yeah.
And then there's this girl, there's this lady. Have you seen the person who mocks AOC? She dresses up. She pretends that she's her.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. It's this. I don't know what you call that. A meme, I guess. A meme, whatever. She's pretending that she. Look it up if you're sitting there in front of your computer. Look up AOC. I don't know what you'd say. I'm trying to think what I saw it on. I saw it on like 3 different things today, but it's hysterical. Like, and she also she pretends that she's she does like a Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah. And
she is hysterical. Did you see AOC on her little Instagram bullshit thing?
No, I didn't see it.
No, Friday night where she's sitting there on Instagram, squatting on the ground, drinking her wine and eating her popcorn.
No, I had
no, you didn't see that?
No,
oh, well, you got to look that up.
Okay,
that is just AOC Instagram IKEA furniture, and you'll get a whole bunch of shit. Because she's putting together IKEA furniture.
Okay.
I mean, but like, just even the fact that there's so much corrupt in our world. It's just so bad. But anyway, back to the California thing. So how you have all these homeless and it's growing. And then here's what's so fucked up. Excuse my language. We're a sanctuary state to people who illegally come into the country and are refugees, but our own people, our own Californians are not being taken care of. You got a better luck as a Californian going and crossing over the border, losing all your ID, getting a good tan, and coming back like you're a refugee. I'm serious. No. You get housing. Like, I think they get $3,600 a month. Then they get food stamps. They get medical. And all these people are coming with no IDs and crap. I'm olive skin complexion. I could get a tan and come back across. People don't know what the hell I am. People, I'm a white girl. People don't know what the hell I am. So if I get a good tan, I could, be a green-eyed Hispanic. I could play, mute and deaf that I don't know sign language and I can't talk. But I need the help. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
And I'm not saying that there aren't people that are truly in need, but this just isn't working.
Yeah.
And if I tried to cross the border into Mexico, do you think they'd let me in?
They're probably not going to be too keen on it. They might let you slide in, but they're not going to take too much care of you. No.
So, but anyway, thanks for letting me jabber jaw away. I've enjoyed it.
No, I appreciate it. No, you're good. You got to call in more. You definitely have to call in more. I'd like to hear more of your opinions.
Yeah, definitely look up that the AOC stuff, and also, look up across the country. There are homeless people. Actually, here I'm going to bring up one other really interesting thing. See, when I was a kid, all the Hispanic people were in LA, maybe New York, maybe Texas. Like, wherever you went throughout the country, there were not foreigners. There just really weren't. I mean, there were, but not really. Now, when you go from one end of the like for instance, like I went to Illinois with my husband, and we went to go visit his parents and his dad. We went out for tacos to this Mexican restaurant. I was like, okay, this is not Mexican food. I don't know what this is. Like, I'm from LA. There's literally a Mexican restaurant on every corner and 2 in between the streets. I mean, you get the best Mexican food in the world in LA.
Yeah.
And I'm talking across the board. I mean, Hispanic food is not, you've got so many, you've got Guatemalan, you got El Salvadoran, you got, there's just so many different wonderful foods. I was like, what the hell is this? But you also, the guy running it was, some kind of farmer, you know. And now when you go across the country, in every state, there are refugee or asylum seeking people because that's where they send them. And then, you know, like growing up as a kid, like English, there were classes called English as a second language because there were so many children who didn't speak English that there had to be English as a second language, and then they try to like push Spanish on you that you take Spanish, but I didn't take Spanish. I took French, so I'm really screwed. You know.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we might,
you know. So, but anyway, I appreciate you, and I hope you guys, everybody out there listening, is good. Everybody's sitting there going, whatever thoughts you might be having, just everybody have a great night, and I'll call in again. And if I, you know, the stuff that you can look into for yourself. The most important thing is just keep looking at everything. Keep your mind open, because everything before us right now is bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
And you got to decipher it for yourself. You know, it's like what we've got going on right now is a really bad high school movie. where you because I don't really, because basically you got the bullies, the pussies, and the person and the underdog.
Yeah.
You know, but it's, you know, I don't recall in my lifetime thinking that Congress was like the bully at school.
Yeah.
You know, or if you say. You know, the other thing that I refuse to be is politically correct. You know, when politically correct came out, it was a joke.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, there were books made about it. There were, you know, I remember I went to my uncle's house and there was it was either Bush or Carter, you know, the politically correct things to say, but it was a joke book.
Yeah.
Now that's like real life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can say I'm allowed to say and think whatever I want, and I'm also allowed to disagree with you as you are to with me. If you don't like what I say, the biggest thing going on right now, like for instance, shadow banning, all this stuff, people trolling on different, you know, platforms and such like that. Okay, you don't have to stay there. Okay, if I'm scrolling down and I see, for instance, I don't like scary movies, right? So I'm scrolling down and I see, you know, terror in the bedroom, vampires come and eat you, and here comes Dracula 2 and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? I'm not going to click on that.
Right.
You know, if you don't like the platform, nobody's forcing you to be there. So exit. But don't tell somebody they're not entitled to their platform or their thoughts, especially when you have somebody who has multiple subscribers and people come into a chat and people listen and people call in and voice their opinions. You are not forced to be a part of it. So, you know, you don't like it, move on. And if you make a rude comment, you know, because you don't like what's going on, and then you become the PC police, go screw yourself. Because if somebody tells you how to think, feel, or do anything else, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna take it to the next of the level of insanity because you're being infringed upon. But you don't seem to have any. People don't seem to have any problem infringing upon another side. Just like people with MAGA hats and stuff like that. Man. Really? So you're afraid? So this hat enrages you? Man. Okay, so get over it. Okay, Bloods and Crips, red and blue. Okay, you know what do you want to go? It doesn't make any sense. You don't like it? Walk away. Yeah. Don't you know? And most of the people who don't like the red hats are the people who act insane.
Man, I just heard the craziest story about a lady in Starbucks. It was a Jewish guy with a MAGA hat on. And she basically...
Yeah, the guy with the big beard.
Yeah. She harassed him and was yelling and did all that crazy shit. And, you know, not knowing what the fuck she was talking about, and she expected people to just join in her craziness. There's a lot of people who are crazy walking
Did you
amongst
see the
us.
one where? Did you see the one with where the lady was in the post office, and it was, she looked like one of the LBGT alphabet soup community. I'm not really sure what she was, but the lady behind her was wearing a MAGA hat, and she happened to be Mexican.
No.
And she had did you see that one?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, look that one up. It's a post office MAGA hat, Hispanic woman. If you type that in the Google search, it'll pull it right up. That was just like either yesterday or I don't think it was today. I think it was yesterday or Friday. But you know, she made a huge freaking scene because you know it's like. Okay, it's like if I go to a Dodger game and I'm wearing my Dodger cap, and we're playing the Giants, and I bump into a guy in the bathroom or you know somebody in the bathroom wearing a Giants cap, and we get into a fight because we're on opposing teams, and that's stupid. You don't see that shit happening. I mean, on occasion you do see stupidity like that, but that's like, but this isn't even. It's I don't know. I find the whole thing disheartening, horrible. Whether you, the whole bottom line is see, in 2016, Donald Trump won the presidency, and all of these participation trophy fucking politicians can't handle it. Yeah. This isn't a participation game. There is a winner and there is a loser, and you lost. And yeah, and let me tell you something else. So, shit, I was a Democrat most of my life. I'm not anymore.
What made you change?
A few different things. A few different things in like the last 8 to 10 years. There's just been a lot of things. One of the things that really almost took me away from any party at all was the Gore Bush election. Mm-hmm. And not that I'm glad Gore didn't win. However, I was a Democrat at that time, but our vote, it didn't matter. I've never seen anything like that in my life. We didn't even have a president until sometime in January. Yeah. And it was at that point that I really started looking at how politics really are. Like I have an athlete son. I'm a single mom. There's a lot of politics in sports. Oh, yeah. A lot, especially. My kid played basketball, and he's a white boy. There was a lot of politics. I was broke. I couldn't pay my way to anything. And if you want to, hey, look, you got your computer in front of you? Yeah. Okay, go to YouTube to Ben Burris, RBV 2010. That's his college highlight video. And everybody thinks their kid's great, but just watch it. You'll see for yourself. You know, there's no, and believe it or not, it's all politics that kept my kid down. Yeah. Well, I believe it, that.
I said I believe it. Like I said, I played in college, and I just saw some of the politics. Like I wasn't on the negative end of it, but I saw how it impacted certain people, now certain kids, and got kind of screwed over. And that's where I think I lost a lot of. I mean, I don't think I really just loved the game that much. You know, I played, but it was just like. You know, I saw how the game was. I saw how it was when you started letting everybody have their hands in the pot.
My son actually went in 2002. Mm-hmm. My son went to the Pop Warner Super Bowl in Florida, Oceanside Mighty Pirates, and Kenny Stills. My son came up with Kenny Stills. Played from the time they were 6 years old. They played, you know, baseball, basketball, football together. And my son is just as fine an athlete as Kenny Stills, and Kenny Stills is a fine athlete, you know. But you know, his father was a pro baller. Yeah. He was on Green Bay. You know, there was a certain road. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Then there were other people that, you know, it's like if parents made donations, their kids got, you know, preferential treatment, placement, different shit. And I was just a single poor mom, you know, raising, and again, you raise a young man who's an athlete it's really not easy, and men really do need him. I don't care what anybody out there says. A young man needs a father.
Yeah.
They really do. I don't care what anybody says. I did the very damn best I could, but let me tell you, my son needed a father, and I'm sure that there would be certain things that would be different in his life if his father participated in he's in his life now, which is good. You know, it's only been the last year or two, and he's a grown up, and I have a 28-year-old daughter as well. But you know, boys need a dad. Yeah. You know, whether you're married or you have a child, just always keep the door open for, you know, or if you're a father raising your kids, just keep the door open for the other parent, you know, and don't ever, no matter whatever goes on, don't talk shit about that other parent. And if it takes that parent until your child is grown up, you know, just never shut the door. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your opinion of that person is. You know, I was raised by my dad. He fought for custody back of his 3 kids, me, my brother, and my sister back in the 70s, and he won. And I was raised by my father. And, you know, you as a little girl, sometimes, you know, you'd be upset about certain things, and I might, you know, if I said anything wrong, bad, or anything about my mom, all my dad would say, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. You know, but my mom, like a visitation on the other side, all she did was say horrible things about my dad, which made me not want to be around her. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And if you tell, you know, if I were to have told my son that his dad was a piece of shit, well, he comes from his dad. So that might make him think he's a piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? Just because whatever happened between us didn't work, you know, you can divorce your spouse, you can break up with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, but that's your child. And you want, you know, and I could never explain or understand why he wasn't around. The only way I'd ever end any sentence, but I know he loves you. No, that doesn't make sense, but I know he does. You know, so, you know, anyway, I've gone off on a different strange tangent there. So, but I hope all the listeners don't think I'm a pain in the ass.
Well, they'll be all right. They'll be cool. But,
okay, well, everybody bet your pistachios. And,
yeah, you might actually win something.
No, that first night, you don't understand. I was like so excited when the guy gave me 500 pistachios. I was like, then I placed my bet. I was like, okay, what do I win? I thought maybe I got a T-shirt, a bag of pistachios, something.
Hey, it might not be a bad idea. I might have to start getting a big bag of pistachios and start mailing them out and shit. That actually might be a pretty good idea. You win, whoever has the most pistachios get a real bag.
Yeah, of pistachios. Hey, pistachios are the bomb, you know. And then you can do like some really good things. Oh. Okay, so you take pistachios, the ones that you get the bag is like the pistachios that are already out of the shell, right? Mm-hmm. And you take a rolling pin and you smoosh them, right? Mm-hmm. Then you take just a little bit of the of that fish fry batter stuff that you buy in the bag, the powder stuff. Yeah. Take a little of the fish fry, take a little bit of flour, you put some what's it called? Some monorail steak pepper, a little garlic powder. Then you take some panko, and then you crust that up on the chicken. Yeah. That stuff is good.
Man, hold on, I'm jotting that down. I'm jotting that down right now. I'm gonna have to take a look at this to see how this may work out.
Yeah, no, it's called pistachio crusted chicken. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It's really, I mean, I don't know if you cook, but it's really easy. You just take it's real good. Okay, I'll let you go, sweetheart. Good to talk to you, Dan.
And I appreciate you calling in, and I think that was a hell of a first call. Some very, very interesting things that you shared with us, and I think a couple of people learned some things. And so I'm glad to see that not all Californians are crazy.
No, that's the whole. It's a misnomer. It's a lie. California is being. It's look. It's kind of like being on the volleyball team. And you got no parents to be by your side. It's like being in the foster care system. It's all a fucking lie. The majority of California is not what is represented by what you see. But unfortunately, that's what you see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, and let me tell you something else. I believe in the Second Amendment, and you tried to take it away from us Californians. They're trying. They try tricky shit. They do, you know. And another thing to all you people, wherever you're listening, you're in Texas, other people are otherwhere. Okay, a few months ago, they tried to pass this bill in California where they taxed our texts, on our cell phone. I was like, it was like, what the fuck is that? I'm sorry. The only reason, and that was something else that like opened my eyes. You got to read every bill. You literally got to read every bill, because what the politicians do is they present the front of the bill. For instance, the no lynching bill that Kamala Harris and Cory Booker had pushed through on the heels of what Jussie Smollett did. If you read deep into that bill, it's really, I mean, people say that they want the anti-lynching thing because they're all going to be charged for treason and they want to make sure that they can't be killed. No, read the bill. There's a hidden LGBT freaking thing that got passed in there as well with that bill. And the bill that they were trying to pass on us didn't have anything to do with taxing our techs, and I don't really understand how you can do that. I pay a flat rate of $60 a month for unlimited everything. So what, now my techs are going to be taxed, and they're going to go 5 years back. But see, you've got to read all the bills. You've got to read each article, because they shove this shit in there. Why do you think all this crap gets passed? You know, because there's a difference between state and the federal level, and when it's federal, it's for the whole country, it's for everybody. But your state laws and your city laws, they're all different. And if you don't read, like, whatever county you live in, the bills that are being passed, look at them, or the bills that are being presented. You got to look at it, because they hide shit in there. Like, for instance, here's a lovely bill where you can come to the county fair, and because you live in this district, you're only going to pay $5. And then the rest of the bill is, well, we're going to raise your gas. We're going to tax you another 50 cents on your gas. We're going to tax you for the cows farting. We're going to tax you for if you take 5 flights a year, and if you don't know it's there, you don't vote against it. So it's kind of like they wrap it up. It's like a really pretty cake, and then you slice it open, but it doesn't have some nice fluffy frosting in there. Instead, it's got shit.
Oh, shit cake. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I heard about
anyway, I hope I brought up a bunch of topics and knowledge, and people just, look at everything. But yeah, wherever you are, whatever state you live in, whichever county, city, pay attention to what's being presented, to the bills. Look at them. Because, see, politicians are creepy, slimy, and they're out for themselves. Period.
I agree.
I mean, there's good people out there. I'm not saying that we're, but for the majority, look, I live in California, where, our representatives are in everybody's face all the time. These are the people who run our state. It's bad. It's bad. But, we've got hope. So, hopefully, just I just wait every day. It's like you wait to see the next bullshit that gets thrown our way, and the next, I watch. I try to. I watch across the board, as far as news, TV, different, political stuff, because there are certain for instance, I watched the Kavanaugh hearings. I watched the entire things, both that lady, him. I watched them from beginning to end. It was a very long thing, but I watched the whole thing. Then I turned on the news, and I was like stunned at how they chop and cut and present, and they really don't tell the truth, or they present a certain line of a sentence where, take it out of context, they twist it in the way that they want it to fit into what it is that they're trying to push. But when you see the whole thing, you're like, wow, well, how the hell did I believe what they told me there? Do you know what I mean? Not, I don't go in believing, I go in looking to see, and to see for myself. Somebody could tell me somebody's feeding me a line of shit, but say, I'm going to go find out myself. Yeah, and keep your mind open, and it's there's and climate change and all of these things. Look, climate change does happen, and it's going to continue to happen. Didn't we at one point have the Ice Age? Didn't we come from there to where we are now? I mean, things just like we evolve as humans. Everything evolves in different ways and circulates and does. And when you take a look at it, see, we're all really only here for a blink of an eye. Yeah. Like 250 years ago, we weren't here, and the people, were saying similar things. None of us, and here's the whole thing: if the world just kind of all of a sudden disappears, we're all going to kind of know at the same time. But to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, it's easier to say it that way. This lady is getting 12 years and 12. Okay, so you're going to tell me in 12? I remember as soon as we went from 1999, you better party like it's 1999 because 2000 going to hit and we're all fucked. Okay, it's none of us know anything if you really think about it. Yeah,
I agree. We're still in Studio City, and
well, anyway. You have a good one. May the road always rise to meet you, and may the wind always be at your back. Everybody have a good night.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the call. Bye. So I'm going to talk about y'all in the chat in just a second. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's about damn time. Bye.
All right. Well, there's that. Okay. I don't even know. That might be one of the shortest calls. That was actually a call. Oh, sorry about your ears. Ever in the history. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop in the den tonight, Roman?
Man, Honcho, number one, let me start this off. Man, I'm mad at you.
What I did?
Man, you egged that woman on for a good 25 minutes, man. She talked about Green Bay and baby daddy. Green Bay baby daddy turned into LGBT bill, secretly hidden in the California bill. That turned into jumping over borders for not protecting Californians. That turned... Come on, Honcho. Why did you egg her on like that, man?
Man, she had some very interesting things to say.
She did. Look, it's no hate. I'm not hating on her. What she said, she had a lot of great points that I agree with. I'm just saying, you was egging her on.
All I did was listen. There was some very interesting
Oh
things.
my God, I don't want to hear that.
I saw some folks in the
think
chat say they learned something about Skid Row. There were some things like here, because this is what you got to understand. Like for me, I find it interesting because what we see portrayed most of the time with her being from California is that Californians are these far left, crazy minded, just insane people. But it's good to see that that's not the perspective of everybody. So there's a lot of them that are being misrepresented. And that's why I say, because I was thinking about the other day when I mentioned earlier in the call that about Hollywood and how much of the impact Hollywood has on that area. But to know that there are a lot of people who don't necessarily align themselves with Hollywood and the way that they think, it's good to know. So not all of California is crazy. So she was saying a bunch of very interesting things that, I found very interesting that I wanted to kind of hear more about.
That's true. I mean, you even look at Texas, man. Texas is not fully Republican. It's more purple, So you don't always go by the Electoral College and say that state is just predominantly that. I mean, you got to realize our vote goes to a person who votes for us. I mean, we don't exactly vote for that person. So just because California is a blue state don't mean it votes blue. Same goes for New York. New York is always blue. Don't mean it's just a predominantly a blue state. Boy, it could be more purple. I think every state's a little bit purple, but but no, one thing she said about the Democrats I agree with when she was talking about the Kavanaugh case. And this, I've told you this a couple times, Honcho. I'm independent, but I lean a little bit towards Democrats. But this was one part that pissed me off, man. How I knew that woman was lying from the start, man. The story didn't make sense at a party. And that whole story. And then this is why I had problems with Pelosi and Bernie. They just automatically agreed with her. We believe her. And you know what? I called him an act the second time. When that one woman tried to come out against Joe Biden and say he was sniffing her hair and he didn't touch her, but sniffing and doing weird gestures and hugging her tight, they believed her. Oh, yeah. We believe her. Man, I want the Democrats to stop always running shit by emotion. Yeah. This is why the Republicans are in office.
Exactly.
The thing is, with Republicans, man, they gonna try to break that shit down. They not automatically just gonna believe you when you say something. Democrats need to stop being emotional, and Democrats need to learn. Look, is it facts that she was at this party that she said? Is it facts Joe Biden was doing this? Is that facts? It's always about. I learned this from Michael Jackson. People do, and that's true. Does the fact show that he did this? Does the fact show that this happened? You can't believe everybody when she finally came out and said she was lying. Now Bernie and all them looking stupid. Now you make the Democrats, people who vote for you, look stupid. I mean, the Democrats have done a lot of things.
So the chick came out and said she was lying?
What you say?
So you said the chick came out and said she was lying?
Yeah, she came out and said she was lying. It was a misinterpretation. Like it was the wrong person. He looked like Kavanaugh. How dumb are you? You went to the Supreme Court acting like this really happened, and you told me it was the wrong person that looked like him? Like, my God. And you're supposed to be a doctor, woman? Like, oh, my God, man. That's why Democrats look stupid. That's why they're not in office. I feel like when Democrats finally start running with an iron fist, they'll win. Because Democrats say everything people want to hear. We have freedom for this. We have freedom for this. We have freedom for this, which every American wants. But you don't do what you say. You have kind of underlying things under there, And one thing I hope this Trump administration does, I hope it toughens up the Democrats. And right now it hasn't. The Democrats seem as weak as they ever been. I was hoping, because Trump came in there with an iron fist and came in and stole that motherfucker. He was kind of like the SmackDown stage from back in the day when he had the fist. He just came there and knocked that motherfucker out. Once the Democrats realize, man, we have to run the donkey, and we have to run this, we have to run our party with an iron fist, and we have to run with determination and strength. When they finally realize that, the Democrats will come on top. But if they never realize that, we're expecting another Trump term. And we're expecting another Republican after that. I'm just saying. But this is my problem with Republicans, man. Are they perfect? No, they're not. I'm from a person who leans a little bit more Democrat, I can admit. But I want people to realize, man, the Republicans don't care about you either. I don't want people to realize that both of them don't. They care about their votes. They don't care about your well-being, about how you run your life, how you run your family, how you get your money and it transferred to you. And we have to realize at the end of the day, we have to make sure we are safe and our families are safe, and just know that we can't rely on politicians to save us, no Democrat nor Republican. You know, because at the end of the day, it's about them and their money and their paycheck. They trying to provide for their family too. You know, so yeah, that's all, man. But what like the woman said before, man, she said a lot of good points. I'm not going here and disagree, man. But one last thing before I go, man. I know I done went my 5 minutes, but I think I can go 5 minutes after her call. What was I say? Now I need to talk about just the Wayne Wade situation with his son, bro. This got me heated, man. Okay, number one, I want to say, no disrespect to Dwayne Wade as a player, because he just retired tonight, won his last game, All-Star, better than Paul Pierce, and he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Same for Dirk, Hall of Fame. You know, but it makes me start to look at Dwayne Wade a different way. You know, I don't know what he's doing, man. It's like, I just felt like he was like this before he got with Gabrielle Union. It like since Gabrielle Union, some shit been happening. This is the second time your son has done some weird shit that as a man wouldn't be done. First time he's walking on the run stage and then twirls. You know, what? And then now he's at a whole gay parade. Why would you force that on your son? I don't know how old his son is. I know it's his younger son. But why are you making him go to a show like that or parade like that to corrupt his mind and to get him into thinking that's the right way, man? That's what I got going to my conspiracy theory, Roman. It's the agenda being pushed, man. We don't know what shit him and Gabrielle Union is in. They could be in the higher elite, man. You know, they could have a certain amount of, you know, shit that's going on, bro. And make me start saying, Dwayne Wade, are you into that shit? It makes me start looking at Joe's sexual orientation. What are you? You know, if you let your son do that, you know, because I just find that weird, man, that a black man, especially just a man, lets his son go to a gay parade. What? I don't get that, man. That's that Hollywood. That's that Hollywood shit, man. That's in that public eye, man. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, the gay agenda is real. People need to realize that. It's being pushed. It's being pushed and stored, especially to kids. It's in the cartoons. It's on clothes. It's on everything you see. It's so subliminal. But it's there. And people have to open up their eyes and know it's there. You know. So, that's it, man. That's my call, man. I know I've been winning the 2 points, man. But, yeah, that's my call, man.
Really, man. But appreciate you calling in, Roman.
Yeah, man. Just next time, make sure to hold people to the 5-minute rule, man.
Man, it was a first time call. You know, I like to give first time callers special privilege to welcome to the show. You know.
And like I say, her call, I did like some things she said in her call, man. But yeah. Oh, one last thing before I go, man.
Okay.
Man, these Rockets. Hold up, bro. I know this is the den, but I don't know how you have 99 to 87 with 5 minutes left. All you had to do was get to about 100. You probably would have won the game. You don't score 0 points in the last 5 minutes to let Paul George and them come back. All Harden had to do was score one free throw. One free throw to make it a 3-point game. And you know what happened? What's his name? Paul George probably would have scored that 3. No, they would have scored that 2. They probably would have fouled you again, and Bam, you would have had the game. But no, you want to miss the free throw, man. And you want Harden has turned into playoff him, missing free throws when he had a 97 free throw last 2 weeks. Man, you know, I don't care. We in the playoffs, but we could have the second seed, man. So I know I'm talking, man. That's my call, bro. I'm stop talking.
I really appreciate the call there, Roman.
Man, anytime.
Really. Rockets gonna be all right either way. Remember when they was like 14th in the West? People was already counting them out. But that's for another conversation on another channel. But we'll start getting into that because it's playoff time, so we'll definitely start having those conversations soon. But man, who cares? Yeah, of course they want to say he choked, but he carried that team all the way back from. What do you mean if I get in that conversation? Fuck all that shit. Yeah. Yeah, so some very interesting calls was being ladies' evening. So good to see some ladies have called in. Let me see, what do we have going on over here? All right, so shout out to Lady Licious. All right, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. with the proper confirmation, I'm gonna leave it like that. Y'all figure out the rest. Y'all will get it. Y'all will figure it all out. But here's the thing, though, man. Again, like I say, we've gone from gratitude to politics and everything else. So, but here's the thing, though. Here's what you can be grateful for: the gratitude in having a platform like this, forever how long it'll last till YouTube really just go. Well, we got these motherfuckers over here talking shit. We finna cut them off. But gratitude to have a place where we can talk and actually speak our mind. Gratitude to have different perspectives and understanding. Because you can always get fed the same bullshit by big media. I was looking at something earlier today, and they were just talking about the companies that basically run all the media, and it's only a handful. They control the program. They were talking about the actual content providers, then the actual distribution channels, and then things like that. And like I say, it's not that many, man. And so that's why the internet is good, but don't be surprised if shit starts happening in America like happens in Europe, and in the UK. And the UK has some old janky shit going on. That Article 13, who was it? Here's the thing that bothers me. Again, this is a conversation for something else, but somebody used it the other day. Dead naming. I think it might have been Cassie. Miss Cassie might have used that. Dead naming. So basically, somebody who has transitioned and they decide they want to use a different name, that you can go to jail for calling them their old name or misgendering. It was either dead naming or misgendering. But somebody in the UK had a situation where, and I think it was just on Twitter, where they either called them the old name or the old sex or whatever. Jello pudding, I like Jello pudding pop. And the motherfucker got a case against him. That's the type of shit that's going on, man. That's the shit that's going on. You know what I mean? And Ali, what's the motherfucking deal? I don't even know if they legally. I don't know. I think the person did legally check, because he was like some kind of. Because both of the people were on a talk show, and then they were having, I guess, the argument or whatever spilled off of the talk show. But I don't even think it was just really insulting or whatever. It was just on some, I forgot. I don't know if she said him or he or whatever the fuck it was. That's my face. That's the world's going crazy face. Hey, you got the Jello pudding. But yeah, man, and so motherfucker got arrested for that shit. Is pending trial, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Last I heard, and that because she used the wrong name, dead naming someone. You know what I'm saying? No, I hadn't. Well, man, I don't know. I be trying to. I be saying I'm gonna watch some shit. I don't be watching nothing. I be wanting to say I'm about to watch some shit. I'll cut the TV on and be like, I'll watch it later. I just be beefing with TV, man. Again, like I said, I slide on YouTube. TV will be on, motherfuckers. I don't know. I need to. I'm gonna check it out. I will. I got it on my list. It's in this notebook. And like I say, because that's one I just took all the bullshit out and consolidated. So I got like a list of shit that I got to check out, look at, watch, and fucking check out. But I don't like. I need to catch up. I still need to watch John Wick 2 so I can watch John Wick 3. I just, man, it's just, the thing is, because I feel a certain way. And again, like I said, I'm just weird, I guess, about getting fed certain information. And I'm not saying that the movie is, so I don't get excitable about TV or excited about TV. So I was just like, I got to bring myself to want to sit down and watch some shit. But like I said, that's why I say I've taken all my social medias off my phone. Only using them on the PC. I'm gonna check out that AOC stuff, that parody stuff she was talking about too, though. Hey, ain't nothing wrong getting on. Old is wisdom. That's what's wrong with this fucking country. We praise all these young motherfuckers instead of older, wiser people. Like, I can understand that, people want change, but sometimes you got to have experience to go along with that change. Okay, Drake Smith. What's the motherfucking deal? You are the newest friend in the den, so appreciate you for subbing. I guess I need to put this thing in the right spot, huh? Where does this go? I'm about to fuck some shit up. That ain't it. There we go. Let's put this, I don't know. Where y'all want to put this? You want to put this up here? How about we, God damn it. Give me what I want. We'll put this over here, right? We'll put it in the little box. And then we'll take this and we'll slide it like right here. Bam. All right. So again, it is what it is. I don't know. This shit just it just does what it does randomly. I don't even know what little things be popping up. You know what I'm saying? So there's that wowzers, yikes, bonk. What, that sounds like some old Batman shit for real though. But 24 more, yeah. I'm trying to get it. Y'all don't understand, like, plenty of subs. Like, I probably should have been at 2,000 by now. I'm thinking. I mean, you get where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. So that one, there's no excuse for me. I should have been. I am where I am because of what I've done. But like the numbers, it's like, it seems like I lose about 6 or 7 subscribers a day, then they catch back up, and then they go down. Like, I'm telling you, man. So that's why I'm gonna start getting back real active. Because like I said, I got this goal to reach. Because again, I want to be able to smoke again sometime eventually. So for me to be able to do that, I have to reach this goal that I want to attain. So like I said, expect a lot more videos to start coming out. Yeah, YouTube hates my content. They don't fucking be promoting my shit. If y'all see my little, like in the back end, you got, when you try to monetize shit, that shit dumb. I don't get none of my shit monetized. That shit be fucking. The little, you got like the green means it's good, you can monetize it. The yellow means not suitable for certain things. And then the fucking little line through that bitch is like, hell no. Motherfucking me, Sunday Night Confessions, no monetization. Fucking Jesse Smollett shit, yeah, not very much monetization. I go back and look, everything in that bitch is green and I mean not green, it's yellow and fucking blanked out. Motherfuckers don't like what I'm talking about. But that's why I say I just got to put in more work. Got to really start maximizing the podcast. And like I say, it's just the goal is to get some growth, because I know ultimately, like, YouTube is good for growth, but I think before too long, you make a little bit too much noise, they'll be trying to wipe a motherfucker out. You're being, I'm like, no, I'm not being nothing. Motherfuckers getting mad, because here's the thing, which y'all gotta understand, like, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate gay people or anything like that. Motherfuckers calling me homophobic because I'm not sitting here I'm not finna praise you for every fucking thing. I'm not finna praise you for shit. Like, this is what you gotta understand. Like, you can not like, I don't even want to say not like, I don't give a shit, honestly. Like, I don't use that as a base for judging anything. Even with the Jesse Smollett thing, oh, you're homophobic. It had nothing to do with that. He did some stupid shit. He used that as a fucking thing. He made a fake ass, like, has nothing to do with him being gay. The little kid, Pride is a sexualized event. It's not even about him necessarily being gay. It's young, and I find it odd that you figure all this stuff out. My thing with even with the gay shit is not even about it being gay. It's like, why does this overly feminized actions come along with the gay shit, man? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to figure. Like, why does the overly feminized actions have to be attached? Like, why can't a motherfucker just be gay? Well, that's a gay dude. He's gay. But it's like, you got to be able to, like, it's this weird fetish. I think it's like a fetishization of what they believe is a woman, you know? And they do these actions and things. That's not women. They like, because it's always like weird. That's why you got these cross-dressers. They're imitating these women that what they believe are these divas. And that's why they singing and doing all this weird shit. Oh, it's smoke. Let's get it then. And that shit, like, that's what bothers me. If you gay, man, hey, look, you deal with whatever decisions you make in life. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? As everybody must. But my thing is, I don't understand why all these extra actions are attached to it. And then people try to use it. Well, you're just doing this. No, I ain't doing shit. I honestly don't give a shit. I'm not an ally, but I don't hate you. I'm not finna go out. I'm not gonna push for any gay causes. I'm not gonna push for any kind of gay rights. If they get it, congratulations. Good luck to you. They cheated. But my thing is that I'm not gonna block you, but I'm not gonna boost you. You know what I'm saying? Those are your issues to fight for. They're of no concern to me. Okay. This shirt, I don't know if this shirt is still up, because I gotta do some things differently with Stay Saucy, so it's actually down right now, so I haven't been promoting it. But I'm thinking what I'm gonna start doing. Yeah, lady, let's call in. What are you grateful for? But this shirt, I actually got some more Den shirts coming that I'm waiting. They're supposed to be getting printed. Like, I ordered them fucking last week, but then they talk about the fucking, they restocking the shit. And so I'm like, well, I guess I wish I would have known that before I ordered the fucking shirts. Them hoes gonna be dope though. Man, like, them hoes gonna be dope. Like, I got some Den shirts coming. Like, this was cool, but the one, like, you just stay tuned and wait. When y'all see the ones I got coming, y'all gonna be like, oh, I need that shit. I need that shit right now. Somebody put you on timeout? Who did it? Who did it and done it? But yeah, so when y'all, like I said, when y'all see the new shit, I'm just waiting for it to come. I ordered, at the same time I ordered this hat, I ordered the fucking shirts. And this hat came. It's another hat I got coming. But the shirts and shit, but the other hat ain't been sent out yet, and this shit ain't been sent out yet. Like, it was last week and shit. So that's the thing that I'm waiting on. I was talking about big butts overrated. If you saw that, did you see the video I did on it? We did a stream on that where we was talking about big butts or big butts overrated. So that's what I thought you was talking about. She wants to smoke. But I'd say they would get at you all day through the comments. Oh shit. Well, lady, listen, you got hit as an innocent bystander. Said, would you date a chick with a flat butt? So the way my positioning in life has been established, you know, see where, you know, let's be grateful about things in life, okay? Let's just be grateful about life right now, you know, and life is good. And another thing that I think people got to, like, are we talking, I mean, like, if you got something that can be, you know, with a little bit of tutelage, you can work with, you know what I'm saying? If you got something with you know, that we can with some practice and we can do some molding, you know, you give you a little couple of squats, we can work with something. But if we talking about pancake action, you know what I'm saying? If we talking about, you know what I mean? We could be friends. You know what I'm saying? We can be good associates. We can talk about life. We can talk about we can talk about the future. We can talk about plans. You know, we can talk about the current state of America. But no, I don't understand that paying for one either, though. You just, I mean, look, my thing is, you're gonna go work it out. I can respect a chick who ain't just working. I mean, if you really work out, you can get you some action back there. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather almost I don't know. I'm finna start talking crazy. I don't even want to say that. I'm probably be lying to myself and lying to y'all if I said some shit like that. So I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say I'd rather a flat butt than the pumped up booty, but I'm gonna be honest. I'll poke a hole in the old fix a flat booty before if I just have options. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. There's that. I was gonna try to sell y'all that wolf ticket, but but my thing is this though. You know, it is what it is. But you know, with the proper position, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Look, here's the deal. All chicks look like I don't know, I'm gonna lie about that too. 92% of chicks bent over look like they got some ass. So that's all I'm gonna say. So, you know, you just gotta work with what you, I don't want no smoke, I'm finna get shot. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have? You got a little bit of echo going on. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all already know why I'm calling in. One of them old hating ass moderators you got put me in time out for no reason. Now, I haven't even did nothing.
Who would do such a thing to the lovely Miss Rashida? Who would take those kinds of actions against such a sweet soul such as yours?
It was probably Jay Dizzle ass, because he been doing that shit all night, putting people in time out because they don't agree with his ass. I ain't said nothing to DeMarcus because he just showed up to work. So I don't think it was him.
And DeMarcus be late. I be late starting the stream. DeMarcus be late showing up. Ain't that a bit?
One time he came, you ain't had but 2 or 3 minutes left. I say, ain't this something?
I can't believe these things. I can't believe. You know, see, this is what's going to happen, though, whenever you got to take note of this event, and whenever we have the den meet and greet, you know, or the den cruise, whatever, look, you know, just keep your little pocket knife. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Anyway, sometimes you got to poke a nigga. You know what I'm saying? They get out of line. You just got to give them a little poke. You don't want to do a lot of damage. You don't want to do a lot of harm. It's just like a check poke. You know. Just let you know.
The thing is, you ain't got to put me on time out. Just hit my inbox if you got a problem with me. Don't try to abuse me, because you know I'm finna call in and check you.
Yeah, so you ain't got no power on the line. Can't stop them on the line. You know, you might be able to get you in the chat. Can't stop the Denline.
Right.
Well,
keep threatening your job. If you consider this a real job, you got an issue.
So now that I got you on the line, you know, Miss Rashida, what would you say that you're grateful for in life?
Oh, let me say something to V Darko right quick. Yeah, one of them put you in time after they ain't agree with something you said, and that's not what a moderator's supposed to do. If you can't be fair and impartial, then you shouldn't be one, because you're not supposed to use your little influence to do something because you got a personal issue with somebody.
Okay. oh! They just say you fell for the bait. So he got you. You think you controlling the situation, but he really got you under his. He got mind control over it. So he got you to call in. So he say he did. You doing what he wanted you to do. What you think about that?
Now, what he better do is jump out that regular ass Cadillac and drive off somewhere. That's what he needs to do. Leave me alone. He's sitting up on the block.
That's tough. That's tough, man.
But what I'm grateful for is just, I don't know, just my family, pretty much. A few friends, and you know.
Okay.
I'm grateful for the being.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah, we grateful to have you.
I like having a place to come chill, talk shit, kick it. Where people ain't getting on my nerves in there because they always trying me for no reason. And I'm one of the nicest people in the den.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You
they
are.
Gonna put me on mute. Now you know that don't make no sense. And then complain about my long calls, but then making me call me.
Damn. See, it's just they can't let you be. You know, you are a natural sweetheart. They just want to get you started. So you know, I saw you make a comment on the thingy thing, and you briefly, I think we discussed it slightly. But about the D Wade thing, you know, do you think that sets, like, even with him being that young, that sets a bad influence for other youth in America, especially young black youth, because it seems like that's always what's associated with it?
Yes and no, because I think if you gay, you gonna be gay, period. You know, but would it make them experiment? I don't know, because I don't think if you into there, you ain't gonna be into it. You know, so. But I don't know how comfortable I would feel with a child that expresses their sexuality that young, being around my child. I don't even know if that's the appropriate thing to say, but I said it. So
yeah, I mean, you know, it's about being honest. It's about, I mean, really, I mean, that's a very good question though, because I know not that long ago, I want to say maybe the beginning of this last school year or something. I remember there was a story about a kid, and again, young. I don't understand. You know, where it comes across as, I have a theory about certain things, but it's not all encompassing. But there was a kid, had a mom had two other daughters and a son. And the son talking about he was gay. You know, he wanted to come out to all his friends. He wanted to start wearing girl clothes and doing all this. And the mom, she thought it was great, and she was encouraging it. And yeah, you know, I just, you know, I support you and all that. But you got to realize everybody ain't with the shit. Just because, you know, you like that shit as your son, and it's a lot of women that are out there, which is weird, and I don't understand it, that think it's cool to have a gay kid. Like they want that. I know a chick, you know, she was recently had a kid, and I remember some years back, she was talking about, I'd love to have a gay son. Like, why? Why not just have a daughter then if that's the case? Like, what? I mean, I don't get it. But anyway, so the kid goes to school, and, you know, the first couple of days, he thinking that people going to be with the shit, they going to embrace him and love it. Because what I think, too, I think you see a lot on TV where people are just giving all this attention and love. Oh, you know, the gay people, they get this, they get that, they get this special treatment or whatever. And maybe, I don't know, that's what he was thinking. I don't know if he thought it was going to be some attention or something that was going to come with it. But actually the opposite happened, and they clowned him and embarrassed him. He wanted to get his nails done and do all that other stuff. And, you know, 2 or 3 days later into the school year, he done hung himself and killed himself, which is another thing. I don't understand how. I don't understand how young kids are hanging. Because if somebody else that was about 10 years old, about a couple of weeks ago, that hung themselves on something else. But I don't understand how you even see shit like that, think about shit like that at the age of 10. But anyway, you know, and that's the thing. Parents have to be realistic about the landscape in which we live. Yeah, it's getting put out on TV. Yeah, it's getting done like this, that, and the third. Again, if you're rich and you, like you Magic Johnson kid, or you Dwayne Wake, I'm sure you in a group of people, you know, all kind of folks who you'll be able to encourage and incubate that kind of behavior. But these other people have to realize we live in the real world, and everybody ain't with that shit. Everybody don't like that shit. Everybody's not going to be as supportive as you think they're going to be, and especially with kids who are trying to find themselves as far as going through puberty, growing up, and all these other things. It's going to be some tension, it's going to be some issues, going to be some problems.
Exactly.
You know, and you got to understand that parents need to explain that. If you're going to support your kid being gay or whatever it is, you need to explain that and just say, hey, look, everybody's not with that shit, so you may want to keep that shit to yourself. Or, you know, you may want to let people know, but you probably going to get a certain level of treatment, and you're going to have to prepare them for that. I mean, you just got to keep it real. You can't tell them, oh, everything's going to be peachy keen and, you know, that everybody going to love you for it. So it's not, you know.
But I just think that the school shouldn't even allow that. I think if you were born a boy, you should dress like a boy. If you were born a girl, you should dress like a girl. Now, however the parents choose to let their child dress when they at home, that's fine. But when you go to school, you need to be whatever sex you was born. Yeah. Period.
Yeah. And that's the fucked up part about it, because now
kids are cruel, and then they want to blame the student for how that person felt. And I think it was more emotional on that person's part too, from not being accepted. I mean, they had the acceptance of their family, but they still killed themselves. So I think it had to be more than just being bullied. It had to be some kind of emotional thing with them.
Okay. And
like,
so
people always want to blame the bullies for everything. But if you allowing them to express themselves, then they still not happy, you know, then that means it's another issue there.
So, and I agree that I think there's other issues, because I think there's a lot of underlying issues with it, and you know, we don't want to talk about it because we just, you know, society just wants everybody to accept it as is, and I think it's tough to do that, man. You know, you can't just say, okay, well, this is the rule now, everybody embrace it. I mean, you can go back and look at segregation or integration or whatever you want to call it.
What does your sexuality have to do with school? That's my problem with the whole thing. Why do you feel the need to let people know you gay in school?
Yeah, because
school. You feel the need to let people know you was heterosexual in school? No. I didn't feel the need to let people know that, but why do somebody have to let me know they gay? I don't need to know that, what you doing in the privacy of your own bedroom. That's not my business.
And I think a lot of that is it. I think that, you know, and that's why I say I question some of the shit. Like, I don't understand, like, you know, the actions and things behind it. But again, you know, maybe one day somebody will be able to explain these things. But
they need to explain it to me when they let you know.
Because I mean, like,
because they act like being gay is something to like an honor or something. It's just part of who you are. It shouldn't be your whole identity. Your whole identity shouldn't be tied to your sexuality. Yeah. And that's why I think Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union is making a mistake at. He shouldn't be identifying himself as gay. It's just a gay black man. It should be more to you than that. That should be a small part of who you are, not your identity. Yeah. You want to wave the rainbow flag and all this and that. That's not just who you are. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could see supporting him for getting good grades in school or being on the soccer team. Or, I don't really know what sports gay people do. But, yeah. Like, just supporting him for other things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing. Like, and again, like I said, I think there's a whole lot of factors to it. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, right? That's a whole Den episode. But, you know, my thing is, it's just like I say, I agree with you. I think you said that perfectly, that shouldn't be your whole identity. You know, it should be a fraction of it, and like, you should be able to show other things.
We both heterosexual. That's not our identity. You know what I'm saying? We have different things that make us who we are. Have to. They must be saying something in the chat because I'm not sitting in front of my phone.
No, because I'm just laughing about you saying identity. So I'm gonna start when I start coming on the Den. I'm gonna start your heterosexual host of the Den. I'm gonna start just throwing that in so everybody, you know, so I can throw that extra identity in there. But yeah, I agree with you though.
I just don't get it. Why is it such a difference between gay and heterosexual? That why does being gay have to be who you are?
Yeah.
Being heterosexual is not just who I am. I don't understand it. But hey, I'm not gay, so maybe one day they'll let us know.
Like I say, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna find somebody. We're gonna have a legitimate discussion in the den. Maybe somebody can explain everything that we have questions about. You know, there'll definitely have to be somebody who is thick skinned fuck with the den, because I already know.
Right.
Fuck with you.
Meet somebody, that's the last thing on my mind. Are you gay? Are you heterosexual? I mean, it don't matter to me. You know, what you do in your bedroom, that's your business.
Exactly. Is that a thing that you think that it's maybe more on their perception that people or care about that more than they really think, or that they think that people care about it more than people really do? So to them, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I think always when you feel like you the target, you feel like people are looking at you strange, or you different, or you this or you that, more so than the people really even thinking about you. I don't sit up here all day thinking about gay people, or I hate gay people, or this and that, gay people this, gay people that. They're just people, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And gay is not even like a real person. I mean, it's just a part of your identity. Why do we try to make that such a thing? Like, I don't understand that.
I don't know. I'm supposed to have a question too, because my thing is, if you don't bring it out the bedroom, why does it matter? I mean, like, who cares about who doesn't know? You know, I mean, you can sit here and say, well, you know, I mean, you really can't say nothing about straight people. I mean, it is what it is. Like, ain't nobody fucking in the streets. Well, I'm sure somewhere they are, but that's a different thing. But you know, my deal is just that I'm not putting my business all out there unless we having a confession night in the den. You know, but I don't think, like I said, I think that people they make so much of it their identity, like you say, and they again, I think who was AB just said special privileges and all that other stuff. Yeah, you know, it made me think of that South Park episode where one of the kids was gay or something. They kept giving him money because they thought he was gay. Well, here's some money, you know, for being gay. And so it's just like, man, it's tough. It's really, again, like I said, I would love to understand things maybe from their perspective, to have a better understanding. But from what I see, I don't get all the hullabaloo, you know. And what bothers me, I think the thing that bothers me more, 'cause like I really don't give a shit, but I think the thing that bothers me the most about it is when people automatically cluster together the gay issues and the black issue. That's just my problem, because every time it's a gay issue, it's a black, and they put it together as one. These are two separate things. And again, I'm not hating on them and their issues. Let them do what they do. Black folks got to figure out their own lane. But when you always put it together, when you put those things together, it's actually more beneficial for the gay issues than anything for the black issue. And so that's why I say, you know, I'd like to see that separated.
You can't have being black, you can see that.
Yeah.
But your sexuality, that's something that you can not share, disclose.
Yeah.
Like, what does a person really need to know your sexuality for? If we really think about this, why do I need to know that? What purpose does it serve?
None. Unless you're trying to date somebody or do some other shit, that, you know, it's none of your business.
And before I go, Jay Dizzle, you better unmute me before I put all 4 of your tires on flat on that Cadillac.
Oh, no problem. I don't want no smoke. I ain't even hear all that. You know, it wasn't me. I don't know nothing. Look,
I know who it was. He's the only one doing it. He abusing his power.
Oh, abuse of power. Look, you know what? I'm gonna have a suggestion box in the den. I'm gonna start telling people, just put your little sliver. It's anonymous. I ain't gonna tell on nobody. Just put your suggestion box in the den.
Well, you know, I got to be anonymous. I put my name on that, and I want to recommend that we remove about 2 or 3 of them moderators.
Oh shit!
That's right. That's right. I'll be sending that to your inbox.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking for it. I'm gonna see. You know, like I say, hey, denshowlive@gmail.com. I'll be if y'all have constructive criticism, y'all can send a voicemail, text message. I'm gonna be looking. You know, looking. Since I ain't on the social media no more, I got time to I can look at other shit now. I can stay on top of shit. Yeah, I started a mod union. I'm gonna have to go ahead and send somebody in there to infiltrate that and break it up. I'm gonna have to give Ed Man a wrench. He gonna be a spy. He gonna break all that shit up.
Oh no, not him, not him. No, hell no. Hell no, not him or Dr. Rabbit.
What? Why not? Nah, I'm not all.
Him, Josh, Dr. Rabbit, none of them.
Damn, why Josh can't get one?
No, I don't want no more men. We need some women.
Okay.
I would say like Just Sarah or Lady Licious, one of them.
Okay.
I like them. They cool.
Okay. I would definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, we do.
Men up in there, they got wrenches and abusing their power.
Yeah, you can't give men nothing, you know.
You can't say nothing. As soon as you say something they don't like, they will put you in time out. That's bullshit. You can't put me in time out because I'm going to call in. So.
No, yeah, AB, I took all my social medias off my phone, so I'm still use them when I'm on the computer and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm just you know that sometimes that social media can zap some of your time. So I'm just I still got the Instagram though, because you gotta have Instagram to post from the phone and shit. But everything else I got.
And I watched that video or that link that you sent me, and that lady, she does not sound like me at all. I do not curse that much or sound that ratchet. It was funny though.
Yeah, she was whoever's too bad she ain't get the message to the right person. So whoever that was she was talking to, they got a surprise. Whenever she rolled up on them, they definitely got a surprise. But that's funny.
I felt kind of sorry for that person. She sounded like she was serious, like she was about to go handle her.
Oh yeah, she was highly upset. Yeah, whoever, I forgot the lady name, but yeah, whoever that was, she definitely opened up a can of worms. She don't want no problems with. But she probably deserves it. If she been doing all that, it sounds like she got a history. with some folks. So
it sounds like she's mentally ill too.
Yeah, I don't want no problem. No, look, yeah, you got to be careful who you dealing with, because folks is crazy out here. Oh man. All right.
But I do like the way that you handle the trolls, though. You don't even pay them no attention. You just send them on their way. That's good. I wish I could be like that. But somebody say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. I'm gonna clap back. So I don't know. I have to work on that.
Yeah, I don't see no trouble. I told you I got to get that shirt. That's the one I forgot to get made. Like I said, I don't see no haters in real life. On the internet, I ain't even worried about them. You know, I fuck with the people who fuck with me, who fuck with the den, and we gonna have us a good old time. Anybody who trolling, they can get rolling. I ain't really worried about them. I only got a limited amount of energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna direct it where it's worthwhile, where it's appreciated.
Exactly. Well, maybe I'm gonna get off the phone because I don't know if he done unmuted me yet.
I think he said you good. I think you good. You know, but I don't know. The Mark's in there talking shit, so you may have to watch out for him. He might try to put you back in the.
Yeah, and he shouldn't be. He really shouldn't be saying that, because I'm finna go back and review the chat and see what he said.
Okay. Well, Miss Rashida, you know, I always appreciate your calls and your point of view, and I think, like I said,
I'm glad somebody appreciate my calls, because the people in the den, they really be rude to me, and then they treat the new people that come in there all nice and stuff, and don't say nothing while they on the phone. Just like they enjoying they call, but when I get on here, then all kind of problems, you know.
I can't believe it.
That's okay though.
See, Josh, that's why you're not gonna get no mod. She said it because you talking trash, Josh. That's why she said you can't have no mod. You know. Yeah, better stop. I don't want no problem. I'm not snitching. I'm just reading what I see.
Now, Josh, I ain't been bothering you, but I see you steady want to talk shit now. Just leave me alone. I ain't bothering you, so don't bother me.
But man, but like I say, Miss Rashida, I appreciate the call. I'm finna get ready to wind it down and wrap it up here. But
you said that yesterday, and then you put some more calls. You just be trying to give me.
Nah, I'm done. Cause look, I'm supposed to be, but you know, I'm gonna give you special because I'm gonna go over the limit for you. But now look, that's it. Don't nobody else better not call in. Y'all had y'all shot. I ain't taking no more calls after this.
Yeah. No, you know I'm just messing with y'all, man. You take another call or two. It don't bother me. But yeah, I'm finna get off the phone. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, Miss Rashida, I appreciate you. Have a good night.
Okay, you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm serious. Don't nobody else calling. I'm hanging. I'm cutting the thing off. I ain't fooling with y'all tonight. Y'all ain't finna pull them stunts with y'all tonight. I was on time and shit today, and I still went over fucking with y'all. So, you know, like I said, I appreciate all y'all, and I thank y'all. Some of y'all thought I was joking. I see somebody call in, I can still see on the thing. I ain't answering that shit. You know, my thing is this, though. My thing is this. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And we talked about gratitude, and I want to reiterate it again, that I do appreciate y'all. I'm thankful for the support. I'm thankful for the it's everything, man. Like I say, just the fact that y'all tune in, because y'all could be doing a lot of other stuff, and folks say, you know, you maybe check out a little of this, check out a little of that, and man, damn, that's an intense comment. But like I said, I thank y'all, man. And like I said, this is the beginning of the journey. We got a lot more to go. And like I said, you know, I'm gonna start dropping a lot more content. So don't get mad at me. You know, we still gonna be in at 10 every night. But my goal is to start dropping, depending on the news cycle and what's really going on. I'm gonna start trying to drop like 5 videos a day. Like, I'm finna start flooding it. I'm finna just, look, I told y'all I got a goal I want to reach. And then when we reach that goal, we definitely gonna do some more stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing more shit on the Sauce too, or Sauce Sports TV for the Rockets and all that. But you know, I'm finna start making it rain videos, man. But I appreciate y'all, and part of that is me taking my ass to bed on time so I get up early enough to catch the news early. But so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let the ladies. Let me see where we at. When we reach 2,000, that's the goal. This is what I do. When we reach 2,000, I'm going to let the ladies pick the next mod. I'm gonna let the ladies pick the next mod. I'm gonna see how that works. So I'll make that, you know, announcement over the next couple of days until we get to 2,000. I'm gonna let the ladies pick the next mod so that y'all can have some equal representation, because the ladies, because the den just used to be a sausage party, so that's why it was all. There was like a bunch of sausage and Heidi. So, you know, Heidi was the representation for the women because she was like the only woman. And so now that there have been many more women that have started coming into the den, I'm gonna make sure y'all get some equal representation. Make sure y'all get some equal representation. You know, I think that's only fair. So, with that being said, hey, I appreciate y'all. 335. So with that being said, like I said, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night, same den time, same den channel. I'm gonna get my whole ass workout in and take my ass to bed. So y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Look, y'all ain't got to go home. So I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Man, Ed, man, you know you was rooting for OKC, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Josh get timed out. I ain't even see nothing. I'm gone.